So it's that time again where I sit down and film a full video dedicated to affordable dupes for high-end beauty products. I'm pretty excited. It's been about 4 months since the last time I sat down and actually filmed one of these videos for you. Y'all know this channel is all about beauty on a budget, so I really want to show you guys some more affordable options for higher end beauty products. Now, before we begin, I do want you guys to know that this video is going to be sponsored by COLLAB Makeup, which is an all new makeup line that I help co-create alongside 7 other beauty influencers on the interweb. We are actually launching some hot new products this fall, so you guys are going to get a sneak peek into these launches, and it's going to be an awesome time. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys press the subscribe button, and while you're at it, click that bell because it's free and YouTube actually notifies you anytime I upload, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. With that, we're just gonna hop right into the dupes because trust me when I tell you, we got a lot of stuff to get through. Let's go. The real question here is, where do I begin? Literally have so much stuff to get through. So let's actually start off with liquid lipsticks. I only have one liquid lipstick to dupe for you. And today I'm gonna be duping the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Out Loud. Now, fun fact, I really do adore Smashbox liquid lipstick formula just because it is extremely comfortable on the lips. It's not too over drying. But they do retail for $24, and I'm sure you can imagine picking up multiple of these liquid lipsticks can be very, very, very pricey. So I definitely wanted to dupe this shade, not only because it's literally the perfect color for fall, but again, it's a little bit pricey. So I am duping it to our COLLAB Matte Addiction liquid lipstick in the shade Private Affair. This is a brand new shade launching this fall. We're actually launching an additional 8 shades to our Matte Addiction liquid lipstick line. These do retail for $10, and the formula is incredible. We have a very nice, soft, velvety matte formula that dries down, completely transfer proof, and it's very, very comparable to the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick, if not better. Again, this is $9.99, $10 versus $24. Take your pick. By the way, I am wearing Private Affair on my lips in case you guys were wondering. Anyways, moving on, let's actually talk about face primer. This is a face primer I've talked about a ton on my channel, and I am talking about the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This right here retails for $30, which is so crazy expensive for a face primer. But I will definitely say when I first tried this out, I was blown away. One, it's silicone free, and sometimes, you know, it's nice to kind of step away from a silicone based primer. It's also oil free. It has this green tint on it, but it goes on completely clear on the skin. And the best way I could possibly describe this is like glue for your skin. Like when I put this on, my foundation sticks to it. It does not go anywhere. It doesn't smudge or budge. It doesn't crack, crease, anything whatsoever. Again, $30. I did find a spot on dupe for this, and I am talking about the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dupe Primer. This is fairly new, and since I got this, I have been using the e.l.f. one nonstop on my channel simply because it is very, very affordable. This guy right here retails for $8. $8, $30. What? I am wearing the e.l.f. one today on my face, and let me just say my foundation has not gone anywhere. I put my foundation on at 1 p.m. and the time right now is 12:39 at night. Girlfriend, it's late. Foundation locked and loaded. Love, love, love this little guy. Highly recommend. I will definitely say I went into Ulta recently, completely sold out. I don't know if it's sold out online, but if I can find it, I'm definitely going to link it down below in the description for you because I got you. I look out for you. Come on. All love. This next dupe is a dupe that I just found out about, and let me just say, when I put them both on side by side, my mind was blown. It really, really was. Today, I'm going to be duping the MAC Pro Longwear Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This does retail for $22, and not to say that I run out of this quickly because I have had this since, I want to say like the spring 21 Days of Beauty sale event from Ulta. Like, I've had it for a little minute. I put a little bit of a dent in it, but it does last a really, really long time. So definitely take your pick. I'm not here to tell you what to buy and what not to buy, but I really just want to give you guys more affordable options. For me personally, if I can save a little bit of coin and get the same effect, I'm all about that. So I did want to dupe this today to the brand new Revolution Pro Eye Elements Eye Primer. This one right here is in the shade Core. As you can see, they are so incredibly similar. It's almost unreal. This one's soft ochre, this one is core. Like, girlfriend, crazy, crazy good. Nonetheless, I still wanted to throw swatches up on the screen just so that way you can get a side-by-side comparison of the shades and the opacity. Now, both eye primers are extremely opaque. For me personally, whenever I'm looking for an eye primer, I'm always looking for something that is very, very buildable, something that's going to cover up discoloration and veinage, and these do just that. The one from MAC does lean slightly more like yellow beige, whereas the one from Revolution Pro is a little bit more of a bone colored eyeshadow base. Both are incredible. Again, the MAC one's $22 and the one from Revolution Pro is $8. Definitely wanted to show you guys this one as a cheaper alternative if you want to save some coins. So holla. You guys know I love a good color corrector, especially a good peach color corrector. And if you didn't know, you must be new here, but it's okay. I'm gonna catch you up to speed. In every single one of my videos, I always apply a peach or salmon colored concealer underneath my eyes. Reason being is that peach or salmon really helps combat dark circles. So it's gonna cover up all the blues, greens, purples, whatever the case may be. If you don't get that much sleep or you just struggle with darkness in general, a peach color corrector is really going to brighten up those areas. So it's literally a step I do not skip. I've made it my personal goal to test out as many peach color correctors as I possibly can. And I did come across a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Skin color correcting fluid in the shade Peach. You guys, this is so beautiful underneath the eyes. It blends out like a dream. Again, it really, really does brighten, but it retails for $29, which is goes over my head every single time I say it out loud. I did find a personal dupe for it. This here is our No Flaws liquid color corrector in the shade Peach. I know, very innovative, but it literally is such a beautiful shade underneath the eyes. It brightens like no other. And while these two right next to each other may not be like spot on color matches for each other, they do the exact same thing. And I will definitely say the formulas are very similar, if not spot on dupes for each other. While the Urban Decay Naked Skin formula is a little bit more full coverage all at once, our COLLAB No Flaws formula is a little bit more buildable, so it's definitely medium to full on coverage, which I like, because if you don't want full coverage, you definitely don't need to go in full coverage all at once. You can apply a very nice thin layer and kind of build it up to your desired coverage, and that's what I love most about it. Also, this product right here retails for $12, $12.99 to be exact, which is a $16 difference. Hello. Love that. So let's talk about foundation. Today I'm going to be duping the Too Faced Perfect Peach Comfort Matte Foundation. The shade I have right here is light beige. I also have another shade which is warm nude. I kind of interchange between the two. It really just depends on if I'm self-tanned or not. Now, what I love about this foundation is that it really is a comfort matte foundation. Now, during these summer months, even going into fall, my skin is a little bit more drier than usual, so sometimes I can't really get away with wearing like a mattifying foundation. But since it is a comfort matte, it's not too over drying on my skin. I'm actually wearing the Too Faced Perfect Peach Foundation on my face right now because it literally is so incredible. I would literally purchase this a million times over. The price on this though is $36, so for me to say I'd purchase it a million times over is a blatant lie, because girl, don't nobody got money like that. I did recently come across a foundation from Target. This is the Hayleys foundation, which again is sold in Target. Now these are currently on sale for $10, and this right here is a matte foundation. This is a liquid matte formula, so while it is matte, it's not very, very over drying on the skin. And when I put this on, I immediately thought of the Perfect Peach Comfort Matte Foundation by Too Faced. I will definitely say that the shade range on this is a little bit weird, so I do have two shades that I have been trying and testing out. I have 4.30 warm and 2.50 warm. Obviously the 2.5 is a little bit lighter for me, so I do like to cross mix the two to get my perfect shade, but literally the formulas are spot on, if not identical for each other. Shades are a little bit off, so I did want to swatch them right next to each other just so that way you can kind of see what I'm talking about when it comes to the shade range. But again, $10 each, $20 total. Two of them together is still cheaper than the Too Faced Perfect Peach. Just saying. I do want to switch gears a little bit. I definitely want to talk about setting sprays. Now, for me personally, I'm just not wowed by many setting sprays. That is until I came across the Anastasia Dewy set. As you can see, I have about this much left in the bottle, and I was honestly this close to going into Ulta and picking up another one until I came across the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This is more of like an illuminating spray, so it's going to give me a really nice dewy luminous feel. Very, very comparable to the Dewy set by Anastasia. Now, this is $26, this is $7.99. While I do know that you get more product in the Dewy set by Anastasia, even if I was to go to Ulta and pick up 2 of these, that's $14 versus $26, and they do the exact same thing. I mean, for me, it's a no-brainer, but hi, honey. I can't tell you how much I love this blush palette right here by Jouer. I wear this almost every single day. It's a palette that I always travel with. Like, I can't go anywhere without it. That's how much I love it. I am wearing it on my cheeks today. I'm wearing this orange and also this shade right here mixed together. By the way, I do have an Instagram TV video going up on this look, so make sure you guys follow me over on the gram because you're not going to want to miss out on my little toot, okay? Anyways, this palette right here does retail for $42, which is so expensive for blush, but don't get me wrong. Still my favorite palette, hands down to date. I was going through my makeup collection and I saw the Blushing in Bali palette by BH Cosmetics, and I definitely feel like some of the blush shades in this palette were very comparable to the shades from the Jouer palette. Now let's cover up the highlights. You can definitely see that it has very, very beautiful kind of like pinky mauve berry shades in the palette. And if you hold up the Jouer one, I definitely feel like these shades right here in this little area are very comparable to Blushing in Bali. I also wanted to throw swatches up on the screen just so that way you could see a side-by-side comparison of those 3 shades. While they aren't like spot on color matches like dupes for each other, they are very, very similar, at least similar enough for me to want to show them right next to each other in this video. So that's definitely an alternative if you didn't want to spend $42 on the Jouer blush palette. Since I know how much everybody loves the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, I definitely had to include one in today's video. This one right here is called Plum On. It's a really, really beautiful purple shade that's going to look incredible for fall. Now, these are really, really awesome because they are very, very poppy. They really stand out on the eyelids, but on the flip side of that, they do retail for $24. And you can definitely see how that can add up over a period of time. So from COLLAB, we are launching a brand new Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. These are going to retail for $9, and I found a spot on dupe for Plum On by Stila. This one right here is called Iced Out. I'm going to put them right next to each other, and you can see they are spot on dupes for each other, which is so crazy to even think about. Like, my mind is literally blown. What I love about the COLLAB formula is that it has a really, really nice base color to it, so you don't even need to apply a lid shade. You can put this all over your eyelid as your lid shade. It also has really nice glitter and shimmer reflex in it, so your eyes are really gonna pop and stand out. Again, this retails for $9.99. The one from Stila is $24, which is a $14 price difference. Honey, go get you some. So there's no denying how much I love my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powders. Like, girl, I'm high-key obsessed. I have 2 different shades. I have one fair, which I use underneath my eyes to kind of like brighten. And then I have 2 medium, which I use all over my face. This is actually a backup, like a replacement, because I used my other one. I hit pan. It was completely gone. But we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about how much I spend, okay? Because I spent a pretty penny on these. These do retail for $45 each, $90 total. Face powder drop, because that is so crazy to think about, but there's something so incredibly special about these powders. It leaves like almost like a soft focus veil on the skin that really blurs out any fine lines and imperfections, which is why sometimes I can justify the price point, but I do go through those powders pretty quickly. So I recently came across a dupe in my collection by Flower Beauty. This right here is the Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. This powder powder on its own retails for $13.99, which is a $31 price difference. I did want to swatch both shades right next to each other just so that way you can kind of get a feel for how they sit on the skin. Both powders really blur out all of my imperfections. They're very, very lightweight on the skin, almost feels like silk. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like that's how fine these powders feel on my skin. When I put this one on from Flower Beauty, I was like, wow, this looks and feel so similar to something I know. And then I realized it was my Charlotte Tilbury powders. Girl, you can't even beat it. $13 for this powder versus $45. I'll wait. Since we're already on the topic of powders, let's actually talk about a dupe for my Fenty Beauty powder bronzer. This right here is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. You guys know this is literally my perfect bronzer shade. What I love most about the bronzers by Fenty, actually, let me show you. When you take your brush and you kind of swirl it around, you don't really get that much kickback in the pan. While you get a little bit, it's not half as much as like a typical bronzer. So it's very, very fine on the skin. I also really love how buildable this powder is. This definitely is more of a warm bronzer. Let me just say that. It definitely is warmer than what I would typically gravitate towards, but I love that going on at first, it is a little bit sheer, but it is definitely buildable. This bronzer right here retails for $30, which I don't ever see myself replacing this. But if you guys wanted more of a cheaper alternative, I definitely wanted to recommend the number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. The shades compared to Shady Biz by Fenty are so incredibly similar. When I put them right next to each other on the screen, I was literally blown away. Also, the number 7 bronzer is very, very buildable on the skin. Very, very similar to the Fenty Beauty one. Like, you really don't have to apply all that much at all. You apply a very nice thin layer and then really build it up to your desired intensity. The one by number 7 does retail for $12.99. Again, whereas the one from Fenty is $30. I don't ever see myself replacing the one from Fenty with the one from number 7. I don't know what it is about this formula. They are just slightly different. I do prefer the one from Fenty, but if you guys are looking for a similar color match, the one from number 7 is really, really great. You know what's funny is that this next dupe is a dupe that I had in my dupe drawer for quite some time, so I'm really excited to finally sit down and talk to you guys about it. I am going to be duping the Anastasia Liquid Glow Face Highlighter. I know this is face highlighter, but this is such a universally flattering product. You can mix it in with your moisturizer, your lotion, pop a little bit onto your shoulders, collarbones, highest point of your cheekbones, literally whatever it is that you want. The shade that I have right here is called Perla. It literally is liquid gold in a tube. Not even kidding. Like, I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. You can see just how blinding this product truly is. Again, you can sheer it out. You can put it on as opaque as it is on the back of my hand, whatever it is that you want. It does retail for $25, which for me personally is just a little bit excessive for that kind of product. So I did want to dupe it to something a little bit more affordable and very, very user-friendly. I will be duping it to the Milani Strobe Light. This right here is a liquid highlighter in the shade Day Glow. I'm going to put this one on my hand as well because I really want to show you just how blinding this one is as well. Literally liquid gold in a tube, so incredibly beautiful. You can do the exact same thing for not even half the price point. I do have swatches up on the screen just because I really wanted you guys to see both shades right next to each other. Honestly, I can't even really tell the difference. I feel like for $9.99, I would definitely go with the one from Milani versus the one from ABH, but that's just me personally. Like, I would rather save a little bit of coin, especially if I'm gonna get the same exact effect. Okay, let's actually touch on mascara really quick. Today I am going to be duping the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. Now, you guys know I'm a firm believer that you don't have to go out and spend money on like high-end mascaras to get really beautiful lashes, and I still do believe that, but sometimes I do like to splurge on higher-end mascaras. This one right here retails for $24. I really love it, and the reason being is that it does have more of a fatter wand. It coats my lashes very nicely, But the downside to it is that it is $24. I'm almost out of this. So for me personally, I'm like, okay, I need the next best thing, if not better. And I do have a better alternative for you. This one right here is by COLLAB. This is our new Fantasize Fan Effect Mascara. When I pop out the wand here, you will definitely see that it has a bigger wand, just like the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. But what I love about this brush in particular is that it is more of a fan effect mascara. So it does have more of like a tapered tip, whereas the one from Lancome does not. Not a deal breaker though. I do love this wand a lot better because it really coats my lashes very, very nicely. It does not clump, it does not smudge, it does not budge. It's extremely black and it also curls my lashes at the same time. This mascara retails for $14.99, which is more of a give or take $10 price difference between the two. This mascara is incredible. Again, it is launching this fall with COLLAB and it is definitely a game changer. The last and final dupe I have today is a highlighter dupe. Today I am going to be duping the Ofra and Nikkie Tutorials highlighter collab. This one right here is in Everglow and it is that highlighter that has 3 different shades. I love that there is a light, medium, and deeper highlight shade for all different skin tones. What I love most about Ofra highlighters is that they are extremely pigmented and foiled. It's also that highlighter that really just melts right into the skin. So it's not powdery to the point where it sits on top. It really just melts seamlessly into the skin, giving you more of like a natural glowing from within glow, if you get me. But retails for $35. So crazy to think $35 for a highlighter, but I did find a cheaper alternative by Milani. This right here is the Milani Stellar Lights Highlighter Palette in the shade Rose Glow. What I love most about this is that it comes with 3 different highlighter shades. So you have light, medium, and also deep. The only stipulations between the two is that the one from Milani, the deeper shade just isn't as copper as the one from the Nikkie Tutorials collab. I definitely do love the formula of the Ofra one a little bit better, but if you want a very, very similar color story, I definitely feel like this one from Milani is a steal because it only retails for $8.99, whereas again, the one from Ofra is $35. And that is it, Slay Baes. That ends the video. These are all my dupes. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know sometimes it takes me a little bit in between to actually get these videos up, but I hope they're well worth the wait because I really try my best to find the best dupes possible to sit on camera and share it with you guys. So let me know if you guys have any other dupe recommendations or if you guys want me to do a full face using any of these dupes in a future video. Before I go, I do want to let you guys know that we are actually extending our brush line in Sally Beauty with COLLAB. So I did design a few different brushes with COLLAB just to extend the line because we only had one blending brush. As you guys know, we did have this brush with COLLAB, which is an awesome brush for blending shadow all in the crease, but I definitely felt like we needed a little bit more selection when it came to our brushes. So I came out with a smudger brush right here that is going to allow you to really smudge out the lower lash line. What I love most about our smudger brush is that it isn't stiff in any way. It is more of a rounded flat smudger brush, which I like. So it's very, very comfortable underneath the eyes when smudging out the product. I also have a crease brush, which is very, very similar to a Morphe M507. You can actually stick this right here in the crease for more precision blending. It is such a dope brush. You could also use this to smudge out your very lower lash line, pop color right there in the very inner corner. This is definitely more of a universal brush that you can use for so many different things. Also, lastly, we have the overall flat shader brush, which is a little bit more fluffy. You can actually use this for brow bone highlight to really blend the brow bone highlight in with your transitional shade. You can also use this to pack shadow all over the lid. All of these brushes will be available this fall, so definitely be on the lookout. I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek. Y'all know I love doing sneak peeks. And that is it. I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, check out the description box if you guys are interested in any of the products I mentioned in today's video. I love you, and until next time, I'll be sure to catch you guys all on the next one. Deuces.